Hello, I'm Zaina and I'm 11 years old and I have a question for you. Are the symptoms of COVID-19 similar in children and adults?
Hey Zaina, that's a brilliant question. Yes, my dear, the symptoms are apparently the same in children and in adults, but the ones who are at the highest risk are grandma and grandpa. We need to protect them. We do get dry cough, we get over it, but the chances that if a grandma or a grandpa gets it, they probably will not make out of it. Why? Why the difference? To make the complex thing simple, I would tell you there are two types of cells in everybody's lungs. Okay, type 1 cells, type 2 cells. These type 2 cells are the ones which produce something similar to an oil called surfactant. Understand? Surfactant. So what does this oil do? When we breathe in and breathe out, the lung has to inflate like a balloon and then deflate. It's basically a balloon. So this oil kind of stuff makes the inflation and deflation go very smooth. So we breathe very easily. What does COVID do? COVID specifically, this virus specifically goes and attacks the type 2 cells of the lungs. So there is no oil. So the lung has to strain to stretch and deflate. Inflate and deflate. It has to strain. Still, it should be the same in kids and adults, right? Nah. In kids, the number of type 2 cells are higher compared to the elderly people. As we age, the number of type 2 cells gradually decrease. So, the adults have stiffer lungs compared to us. And also due to smoking, due to pollution, whatever it is, the number of alveoli, we call it, that means a small unit, like if you take a bunch of grapes, a small unit, many grapes together form a bunch of grapes, right? Lung is something similar to that. There are smaller units called alveoli. All of them together form the lung. So these smaller units, gradually the number of units are becoming lesser, functional units. That means there is the grape, but it is not in a working condition, right? Like that, these alveoli, the number of alveoli are slowly getting lesser. And even if there is a alveoli, air entry to that particular alveoli, gaseous exchange, the bad gases have to go out and the good gases have to come in. This gaseous exchange doesn't take place in a very nice way in the elderly people. So grandma and grandpa are the ones who are at risk. And how do you protect them? By not going out, by washing your hands with a sanitizer, by not hugging them, by not cuddling and kissing them, but letting them know that they are loved very much. Take care of them.
COVID-19.
Hello Zara, I'm very glad to answer your question. So what are the ways of spread of this COVID infection? Say if an infected person sneezes or coughs without covering himself properly, tiny droplets of his sneeze or his nasal secretions spread all around himself. For at least 2 meters distance, he would spread this kind of infective material. When we are in close proximity to that kind of a person, we do have a risk of acquiring the infection. Or there is another route of getting the infection called fomites. Suppose the infected person has given us a pencil or a book, and without washing our hands, we have touched our face or we have taken our meal with those hands. So through fomites, we may acquire the infection. Also, eating the food which is contaminated with the virus, say a meat which is undercooked and which is contaminated with the virus, if we have consumed that kind of food, we can definitely fall sick. So we need to be careful with that part. Also, apart from all of these routes, there is one particular route called have you heard of the term called stomach flu? It's more common in children. I'm talking about flu here. So just like stomach flu, there is an entity of COVID which is acquired through the oral route instead of the nasal route. Instead of from the nose, we can acquire this infection by eating the infection. You get it? So if a person, a infected person touches some healthy food, say even if it is a banana or an apple, we have not washed the food well enough and we have eaten that, we acquire the infection. The symptoms of this kind of oral route infection are entirely different. It would present with diarrhea instead of the cough and the breathlessness that we usually see. And the Western countries claim that the infection through the oral route is comparatively less severe than the respiratory route. So there are speculations basically that a vaccine through oral route could work. Let us wait and watch. Hey Ayesha, I have a question for you in turn. What do you do when you have a bad urge to cough? Do you carry a handkerchief all the time? Well, if the answer had been yes, I'm really proud of you. But please try to understand that not every child or not every adult is habituated to carrying a handkerchief all the time. Now, we are in those times wherein there is a pandemic. You understand the term pandemic? Pandemic means a disease which is spread through most parts of the world. So now we are experiencing something called a COVID pandemic, wherein a very bad virus called coronavirus is spreading very easily. See, normally there are many viruses all the time. When the microscope was not invented, our grandmas and grandpas, they used to think, oh, I ate some cold substance, I ate a cold curd, so I got cold. That's why I'm sneezing or coughing. They used to think like that. Or I ate a mango, my body became very hot, so I'm getting pimples. They used to say that way. But after we invented microscope, we found out that there are tiny bugs all around us called viruses and bacteria. So these viruses are something like the bad guys. When they come inside our body, there are policemen inside our body which are trying to fight off these viruses. So we do not fall sick usually. But if the bug that is coming inside our body is very strong, and if the policeman inside our body is not strong enough to kick out this bad guy, then we fall sick. This corona is one hell of a guy. He is very strong. So most of the people whoever are coming in contact with this corona are falling sick, and mostly all the grandmas and the granddads, all the aged and the elderly people, they are dying. So we have to take this very seriously. So if the diseased person or the infected person is wearing a mask, what happens when he sneezes? He doesn't spread around this infection all around. All this cloud of tiny water droplets do not spread across. So I encourage you to wear a mask. And what kind of a mask should you wear? Doctors, policemen, and the administrative people who are in front line, who are taking care of the diseased people in the front line, are the ones which should wear a N95 mask. Children cannot, they don't feel comfortable wearing a N95 mask, and you constantly keep adjusting your elastic rope, and then consequently you would touch your face more often. I would advise you not to use a N95 mask. Use a simple surgical mask or a cloth mask. And why should you use a hand sanitizer? Say you have coughed into your hands and you have spit all over your hands. There is probably some virus on your hands. When you take this alcohol hand sanitizer or hand rub, 99.9% of the bugs get killed. Alcohol kills. Dettol kills. Even the normal soap, it kills this particular coronavirus. So a very big villain, a very bad guy, but a very small solution: washing your hands and keeping yourself healthy. So, Aisha, are you going to wash your hands properly?